Sports Fans TV is coming.
No
It's
doubt.
coming back this fall. The late summer is coming out. Late summer, early fall. Again, Instagram is Sports Fans TV. That's a Z at the end of fans.
That's right,
So
that's
Sports
right.
Fans TV. Find it on Instagram, Facebook, all social media. And I'm sure you'll be able to Google it. Come times right. So,
Yes, sir.
are you still gonna be Reese, or you gonna have a different name when the
Still
when the cameras hit?
Reese, more
Okay.
kicks, you know what I mean? I don't change too much.
No doubt. So now, I'm assuming, I imagine, a lot of people when they come on here, especially in
Yeah.
these roles, because basically entrepreneurial roles,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
because it's gonna be on y'all to put this, to be the
Right.
content creators, if you will.
Absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
But you have lives outside of that. You
Yeah.
know, you
Yeah.
know, whatever your day jobs are, your families, everything. You got the whole late sneaker movement. I
Yeah.
know that's a big thing. How is that, how do you find time to even
Yeah.
say, let's start this new venture right
Sure,
here and
sure.
get this cracking?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and not only where we had it before, we're gonna take that and increase it.
That's right. That's right. You want to speak to that? I mean,
Man, I don't even know the answer to that. To be honest
Mhm.
with you. I just
You
go.
gonna jump in.
Yeah, I just jump in and through. I've been going so long, man. Just every day, constantly going. Like
Yeah.
it's like a habit now. Like,
Okay.
I just wake up and do it. You know what I mean? So something extra, it ain't even. It's nothing to me. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just some extra grind.
That's right.
I'm with the grind. So
So now,
Speak to that. Sorry, speak
Go
to
ahead.
that too, man. And I think what's important too is to make sure you develop your team.
Right.
And the team has got to be important. I think that's got to be really what's solid about everything, because you get the right players involved, and I think you can go a long way.
nah, it's funny you should say that, because I hear a lot of people, they have musical artists or
Yeah.
whatever, or even people you might see on your social medias.
Sure.
One of the things they like to brag about, I did it without no team
Nah,
behind me.
nah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely
I
not.
don't need nobody.
Nah, impossible.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody who I know, or
Yeah.
I mean, not that I know or know of, that's
Right.
made it to the pinnacle of whatever
Absolutely.
the success is.
Absolutely.
It's usually a team, like Jay-Z.
Hey, Ned.
Had a pretty big
Yeah,
team.
yeah. No doubt, Ned.
Prince could play 90 instruments,
Yeah.
but he had a band.
He ain't a man.
Come on now.
You can't get rich by
it
yourself,
sounds
man.
good.
Yeah.
And I get it from the muscle.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Out of the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now when we talk about the team, how
Yeah.
big is this team, if
Well,
you will?
so I kind of came up. So when I say we just talk about team.
Mm-hmm.
The concept kind of developed like this, where it's all intricate parts. Everybody playing dual parts, so to speak, or
Right.
3 different parts. Like, not only you gonna see me on the show, but you might not see me on the show every single episode.
Right.
It could be Reese with Mike, with Cheryl. Right, you can see like 3 different people here. You might see 2 on the show this week, 2 separate people on the show this week. Primarily, you might see me just bringing stats, right?
Right.
And then objectively, what you're seeing is the same people on the show, the same people who's selling sponsorship. So it's about branding. So
Okay.
what we're doing is we're not necessarily just trying to bring you this all incredible show. It's about branding. He can brand what he does outside of the show.
Right.
It's a medium for him to brand that. And anybody else who's interested in something that they're doing outside, they can bring it in and they can brand that as well. So now when you see them and they say, hey, listen, we're talking about sponsorship, oh yeah, you give them credibility because you can see them all over the TV. And so that's objectively what our goal is. So listen, I'm all right with being Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just want to win a championship. I don't need to be Jordan. You know what I mean? That's all right. You know what I'm saying? I could be Steve Kerr. I could just hit the shot and then coach a championship team in the
Right.
future. So you just never know.
was handed to him by
yeah.
Bo Jackson, but
Well,
that's
and I agree with you. I agree. There goes that man. I agree with you. But, yeah. I agree. But my whole point is, I think it's a lot to be said for humility, and dude, success, man. We got to go. We got to build this thing together, and that's objectively the goal.
Okay, so we alluded to it earlier, so
Yeah.
let's dig into it right now. Plus, this will be giving the people a taste of what they can expect, on Sports Fans TV. We talked about them Lakers.
Yes, sir.
Let's start back from when Magic took
Yes,
over.
sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
First came Magic, then came LeBron.
I know.
Then came LeBron not making the playoffs for
Yeah.
the first time in life.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then came what seemed like the demise of the Lakers.
Right,
and
right, no doubt.
The whole Anthony Davis thing went
That
south.
was
and then
debacle.
next
Wasn't
thing
it? Wasn't that a
right.
debacle?
Big time.
Just for him to be there.
And all these other players are like, damn, so y'all just gonna check us all over?
That's bad business,
Now you gotta go
man.
into the locker room, look at these players.
Yeah.
And we even saw it on TV where the bench is here and LeBron is over there.
Yeah.
Sitting with, whoever. And then Magic is out of there all of a sudden. They're like, what the hell? You just up and left your boss all crazy. Then you find out there was emails going on
That's
that he
right.
got wind of. And it's whoo, where's
Right,
it?
a lot.
First
A
of all,
lot.
who's to blame
Yeah.
for these troubles to begin with?
Yeah, I mean it's the organization, man. It's black. It's bottom line the organization. Magic. Listen, Magic. I seen an interview with Magic was given. He was saying, hey, how they were like, hey, he's not really dedicating himself to the cause. you know, he's not really he's missing meetings and all these other things. You know, Magic Johnson this guy's got businesses all over the world. He's an icon. It's Magic, right? But even his star power, you got to think. You know, we talking about a business here. He don't have full control over the Lakers. And you don't got that full control, and you got some infighting from a political structure. You're gonna have issues, and that's their problem, man. That thing what they were doing, that trade, that's horrible, man. That's probably one of the worst NBA things that we ever heard, and it got in the public. I mean, a lot of stuff go on, but that's probably the worst we ever heard. These players can't survive off that. We're talking about 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old kids. Be a professional, but come on, man.
They couldn't handle it. And they gave Magic the keys without giving him the keys. Rob was never his guy. Luke was never his guy.
Never his guy. Never his guy. He wanted to fire Luke. He wanted to fire Luke. Yeah, he wanted to get rid of Luke, but they didn't want him to go. The organization wanted to keep him there. They wanted to bring in their people. They finally brought in their people, and then the Pelicans are laughing, man. They're tearing them up.
So now, do we think they brought Magic on just for the sake of luring LeBron to LA? Is Magic the reason LeBron went to the LA ultimately?
Half of the reason why he went there. I think the other half is a lifestyle for LeBron.
Let's get real.
I mean, he's a businessman. You know? He's looking at life after basketball. His son's going to school out there. He already had a house out there. Now he got 2 houses out there. I think it was more of a lifestyle business thing versus that. But Magic Johnson in the room definitely gets your attention. It's Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? So
no
if
doubt.
you're a free agent and Magic Johnson in the room, he going to get my attention.
No doubt. LeBron, I mean, listen, man. LeBron, what else can he do? Now, I'm from old school, man. I like the old school bad boys. I like when a foul was a foul, or maybe some things was more than a foul. But what they call it now, and with the way the game is designed now, you know, I got into an argument the other day with a guy. I still believe Wilt Chamberlain was the single greatest basketball player of all time. And people always say, well, he played against 5'2" white boys, you know, and all that. He played against Bill Russell. He scored 50 points. He had 50 points, 42 rebounds, like 22 assists, and 19 blocks. And Russell had like 15 and 12. I mean, in that game. So, I mean, he was dominant. This cat was, at 60 years old, he was bench pressing 550 pounds. People don't even know that about this cat. This cat was incredible, man. So I think the NBA, the game has changed. It's became Hollywood. You know, it's just a wild thing we live in. LeBron, man, to be honest, I think he's done. Maybe people argue with me. Maybe he got 2 years left. Maybe he got 3. I think it's over.
It's hard to say.
I think
2 years tops.
2 years tops.
It's 27, 7, and 7 and shit.
I get it.
And that's what I'm telling people.
Look, I get that.
They
But you
were
gotta
independent.
also understand the body, man. The body's only gonna take but so
I
much.
get what you're saying, but he's here's the thing. He just completed what was it, 18 seasons? And like you said, people were calling him trash, like 27.
Nah, he's not.
Nah, he's not trash.
Like 27-7 is not
That's an MVP
all-star
caliber.
caliber.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest second place player ever.
Let Draymond
He's the
Green
greatest
average
second. Think about it.
27-7.
Think about it though. Think about it, Nitty. He's the greatest second place player ever. He went to all the finals in the world. And he ain't win none of them.
That's another thing. Why are we penalizing this man for making it to the finals?
That's not easy.
Right.
It's not.
People dream of making it to the
honest, though.
finals.
Yeah.
And some of them
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If your son was out here playing sports and 9 times he got somewhere, you're gonna try to get him over the hump. People only remember champions.
No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
yes,
that's it.
I would want my son to win a championship.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna act like my son is trash because he lost in all the championships that he went to.
Well, maybe that's a bad analogy on Father's Day.
I get it. It would have been great if he won those.
Right.
He did.
Right.
But he got the teams. They're Hall of Famers who you know, if I had to think about it, they didn't
Charles
make
Barkley
it to the
didn't win
finals.
again.
Bruh.
There's a lot of guys. Yeah, sure.
They didn't get one.
Yeah,
the problem. Not one.
Yeah. Well, the problem though, and we got to be honest with this. The problem is not necessarily LeBron James. It's what the media has created LeBron James to be.
Yeah.
He is not. Listen, like Phil Jackson said it best. He felt like LeBron James is a athletic version of Magic Johnson or the new Scottie Pippen. And I don't know.
Do you know how amazing it is
I
to
don't
be
know.
called the athletic version of Magic Johnson? One of the
That's
greatest
great. That
players.
is great. That is great.
But-
I mean, when you break it down, that's
But
great.
somehow people look at it as a diminishing.
that's
It's just magic. I mean,
Can you imagine it?
That's
It's
great.
magic.
That's great.
Not only did you get compared to Magic, you got called the more athletic
Yeah, that's
version.
true. That's true.
So you're the 2.0.
Yeah.
I'm taking that
Which
all
makes
day.
sense. Which makes sense. But it's a good analogy. I think you got to be careful when you try to put him in the same category as Jordan. They put everybody in the category as Jordan. And
I think once his career is over, you appreciate him more.
Maybe that's
gonna be one of the things. You never miss the water till the well run dry.
That's
exactly.
it. That's it. That's
He's
it.
going to year 17, y'all.
Yeah.
So
let's think about
I can see him.
Yeah, it's wild. That is wild.
This is
30,
true.
34, got to be 35.
And kind of trailing back to what Reese said about LeBron being the big man. I feel like LeBron, I don't think he's gonna want to play more than 2 more years per se.
Okay.
Because of life after the league.
Makes sense.
How he can walk away with bones still intact, legacy not tarnished. People want to try to get it out their head, but Wizards Jordan still exists.
Yeah, it do.
I mean, we're not gonna let it take away from 6 rings Jordan.
It exists.
Jordan knew he should have chilled.
Yeah.
Or when people talk, or the people who want to be down, like, well, he did drop the 40 in the game back.
Still
okay,
average 20 at 40 years old.
but
it's just
we
a
look at
different
how the
game.
Wizards just the organization just.
Well, we watched Jordan play, right? I mean, we watched Jordan play, and you got to think about. We came from the era where we really didn't appreciate Jordan until later. But we watched him play, and it was something else that he had. It was this killer instinct. It was this heart that he had. It was the way that he approached the game. It was the fact that he wasn't gonna let the guy in front of him dominate him or beat him. He was gonna dominate every single time. I mean, the guy played with the flu and dominated. I mean, Jordan, he was something completely different than we've ever seen when it came to basketball. He was a very good basketball player. LeBron James has been a great athlete, great basketball player, but I just we can't compare him.
Let me go on record
Can't put him in the same game category. I can't do it.
Let me go on record and say I agree with everything you said about Jordan. I just want to say, I say it as a person who respects Jordan. I'm not a Jordan fan. I don't like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you never liked it.
Because I'm a Knicks fan, and I'm never going to like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I like when he dunked on Starks, when he dunked on Starks, and he dunked on Ewing.
So we got like Starks didn't dunk on 3 balls?
He dunked
One of
on
them being
Ewing.
Jordan with the left?
It was bad. It
Whatever.
was real bad. It was bad.
Never
It
gonna
was
say
bad.
Always going to hate Michael Jordan.
bad.
I'm always going to hate Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
I respect
Reggie
everything
used
they
to
did
kill
for
y'all,
the game,
too. Reggie
but
used
I'm always
to
gonna
kill
hate.
y'all.
You know he fouled Greg Anthony, but that's neither here nor there. We should have lost that game, but we did. But so now, given that the Lakers then basically traded away the whole future for Anthony Davis.
Man, they're done. Hope Bourne.
He's young too.
Yeah.
He's young too.
Yeah. But here's the rumor that's swirling, because we're gonna get out in a couple minutes. There's a rumor that's swirling. Of course, he might not sign because I guess he still goes free agent after the year.
After 1 year.
Okay.
So and there's rumors he might not sign with the Lakers again.
Sign that.
I guess he's still gonna see what's out there on the table. So you run the risk of giving up your future and still losing what you gave it up for. But I asked all that to ask because of course clearly that means they want to make this move. They want to
win now.
Do the Lakers stand to win the chip this year with AD and a healthy LeBron and a possible, because apparently Kyrie Irving said he wants to play with AD.
Nets. He's going to the Nets.
Here's the thing, they had to go for it.
Yeah.
KD and Clay might not play at all next year.
Right.
So you gotta go.
They wide open.
The market's open. You don't know.
They wide.
Stay in Toronto.
Yeah, they wide
you
open.
don't know. And back to LeBron. One more thing about him, like he spends $1 million on his body.
He does.
He's a little different.
That's what people don't realize.
So he's going to stand up a little longer than most athletes.
Exactly. And put up them numbers that he put up.
That's a good point. I think you got to see what the Lakers add. I mean, I think right now it's premature. I mean, those two guys are franchise players, but you got to see the chemistry. Because listen, it's an argument, and this is just an argument, but it's an argument that, believe it or not, LeBron James makes great players worse. And I know what y'all saying. Like, what do you mean? That don't make any sense. He's a ball creator. But when you think about some of the guys that went over there, like Bosh, his scoring percentage went down. A lot of these guys got worse as opposed to gotten better. Love got worse. I'm just saying.
Did they get worse?
Look at Isaiah. I don't know. Look at Isaiah Thomas. I mean,
because what you
some
call
of these
worse
guys got worse.
Like 2 rings.
I'm just saying. Pay attention to what I'm saying.
Kevin Love got a ring.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who's going to be the star over there? Who's going to be the man over there?
So what happened to Kyrie when he left? He called LeBron and apologized.
And as easy as I thought
Allegedly. We don't know the truth. We don't know.
Kyrie was on TV talking about something. I'm starting to realize now.
Allegedly.
LeBron was telling the truth.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
So y'all can about that. But we got to get out of here. Just remember, first of all, right behind us, we got rock and music from the Indian subcontinent coming up. But I got to ask y'all real quick. It's June 16, 2019, 2:56 p.m. What's on deck for the remainder of 2019 for Sports Fans TV?
Man, it's going to be great. It's going to be a good year, man.
Exciting.
It's going to be big, man. We're going to try to, we're going to have the top guests, top flight guests. I can't say some of the names just yet, but I can assure you that they're going to be big guests. It's going to be fun, man. And plus, listen, the another thing is, if anybody want to get involved right now with Sports Fans TV, whether it's intern, whether how to become part of the sales team, how to become part of the marketing media team, you can always reach out to sportsfanstv@gmail.com. or you can hit me on Instagram at Sports Fans TV.
Okay.
And definitely, man, we down for the cause.
No doubt. So y'all look out for that, man. Again, follow them on Instagram and Facebook to keep up with all the updates and everything like that. But we about to get out of here. It's 91.3 FM, WVUD and WVUD HD1 New York, the voice of the University of Delaware. You're not rocking with the best. It's OG. It's AC. It's Sports Fans TV. This is Team Nitty Radio. It's the show where we can't be stopped,
So we won't stop.
Nitty! Hey! What's up, y'all?
Boy, you college, boy. You college. You got to teach your class. That's so good, man. I'll be